Coco and I are back. Today we would like to share with you all the behind the scene making of story of Acquerello III. Before we get started with our little video blog, we would like to take this moment to thank all our backers and friends for your support of our Kickstarter campaign. It has been a wonderful experience. We can't do it without you. Thank you very much. We really appreciate your support, and I hope you will continue to support us for the rest of the campaign. Thank you. Alright, let's get started with our little video blog. Hey, Coco? Oh, okay. Let's go check out what we have to share, huh? The hardest part of making Acquerello III is actually trying to figure out the cover design. Acquerello III has a wider range of art style than my previous art book, Acquerello II. The previous book I used existing artwork for the design for the cover, but with this new book I want to have exclusive artwork that is specially made for the book. So during my vacation to China last year, I started to brainstorming for the cover design. And during my travel, I went to this mall in Chongqing. The design is inspired by some ancient Han Dynasty architecture. The interesting part of this design is the architect put a twist in their interpretation of an ancient building. They stuck a Western 18th century pirate ship in the building, which I think is very funny. So this kind of inspired me the initial cover design. So we got some sketches here. Since Acquerello III is composed of fantasy art and on-location travel sketches, I thought this first draft would be a fun representation of the content of this new book. But after a couple of sketches, I feel like something is missing. The design doesn't feel right. So I start thinking about another idea. I like the pirate ship, I like the ocean idea, pirate ship, ocean. So I start to think, how about instead of literally interpret the scenery of what I saw, how about just capture the emotional feeling and that happy imaginary image in my head. So I come up with the second design, which is the one here, the girl blowing into the seashell, making and then with a bunch of ocean creature around her. When a lot of ideas and images start popping into my head, I like to sketch the ideas down really quickly on newsprint, and then I will slowly tighten up the idea and slowly come up with the character design and the layout design. This part of the brainstorming process usually is the most time-consuming part of the whole painting process. It really depends on the ideas. It could be as quick as a couple of hours, a day or two, or even as long as a couple of weeks before I can lock down an idea. With the cover design of a book, I tend to spend more time and would try to explore more possibility of the design. So after the newsprint sketches, I make a charcoal sketch, and then eventually I make the final painting. Unfortunately, with the second design, the whole idea just slowly fall apart when I start painting the final work in watercolor. Halfway through the painting, it just feels like it doesn't feel right to me. Something just doesn't feel right. First is there's no text room, which is really bad for a cover design, but that's not what really made me rethink the whole design. That's the most I would want to say not the most important thing that affect my decision is I just feel like the content doesn't feel right. I don't feel the idea is working anymore. So halfway into the painting, I go back to the drawing board. I rethink my idea and try to figure out why I like this ocean theme so much.
And then I eventually kind of realized I actually like what the ocean theme reminded me of, which is when I was a kid, I just love ocean because that's how I do a lot of fun stuff. I have a lot of fun memory associated with the ocean. And this time when I go home visit, my parents and I were going through some old family photos, and we come across some of the picture we took during one of the beach outing with me and two of my cousins, and we just have a really fun day, and we do a lot of fun silly stuff that day. And even till now, when we look at the picture, we still get really good laugh and just have a lot of fun story and memory about that particular outings. At the time, my dad have joked to me that it's like, hey, this is really fun. How about you make some cute cartoon character and make them into the cover design of your new art book? At the time, I didn't really take his idea too seriously, but I do feel there's something, what he said, there's something there. I was thinking it could make a good children's picture book someday, so I should take a few pictures of those old albums, and just in case, you never know, I can use them as a reference in the future when I need to write a new book story or something. So long story short, when I feel I'm really stuck with my second idea, Dad's comment just popped back into my head. It's like, why not? Why? I don't have better idea. I don't like my first and second idea. Maybe I just start sketching and turn all this character in the picture into cute cartoon character. You never know. So the more sketch, the more I like the idea. And this is eventually how I end up with the final design of Acquerello III cover. And I titled this series Endless Summer. And I have a feeling this might be a beginning of some new children's book idea as well. I don't know what it is yet, but I have a lot of fun with the character I created in the Endless Summer theme here. So just want to share something. From time to time, people often ask me, how do I come up with painting or story idea, or what is my inspiration? To be honest, I don't have a absolute answer for the question. I find inspiration everywhere, but at the end of the day, which I feel so far it seems to work for me pretty good, is that it really doesn't matter where you get your idea. If you feel sincerely happy with an idea, you should go for it. There is pretty good chance the best idea is what your gut feeling tell you is the right idea, instead of the one make the most noise in your head. So happy creative day. I hope you all enjoy the video and have a fun day. Thank you.